Donkey of the Day for Monday, May 14th goes to a sexuality expert named Deanne Carson. Now, Donkey of the Day is a segment that is designed to give people the credit they deserve for being stupid. And let me tell you something. This story right here is by far the stupidest thing I have seen in a long time.
Let me just play this shocking clip. I don't even know what to make of this, but this is unbelievable. Sexuality expert says babies should give consent to diaper changes. Check out this freak show.
How young are some of the children you talk to?
We work from children from 3 years old. We work with parents from birth.
From birth?
Yeah.
Now pause it right there.
And we live in an era of highly stupid things. So that's saying a lot. Okay, now I have no idea what qualifies Deanne to be a sexuality expert. Hell, who am I fooling? I don't even know what a sexuality expert does.
Put her on full screen. Put her on full screen. That is a quote-unquote sexuality expert. Now, who or what is that having sex with that makes that an expert? I won't even ask.
Okay, I'm assuming she's an expert on other people's sexualities. I don't know, sexual behaviors. Like she can just look at someone and tell if they're gay or straight or bi or pan or stir-fry sexual, whatever your sexuality is. Deanne is an expert at it all, I guess. I don't know what a sexuality expert is.
For radio listeners, it's kind of like almost like a Hitler Moe from the Three Stooges bowl cut, like bald on the side, like bowl cut with pink hair, kind of like dressing masculine. I think it's a woman. I don't want to be insensitive though, but this is the sexuality expert.
And after this hot take that Deanne is presenting to the planet, I don't care what a sexuality expert is because I hate PC culture. PC culture is destroying the world. Everyone is trying to be so politically correct to the point that we are all lying to ourselves and we are all telling each other what we think we want to hear instead of what we need to hear. And sexuality expert Deanne has presented something to us that we don't want, nor do we need.
With pink hair, like Curly and Moe from Three Stooges, she's the sexuality expert. What sexuality she has experience in to be an expert, I don't even want to know. Listen to the rest of this.
See, Deanne is giving us parents tips on how to raise our children. Specifically, how to raise them to know that consent matters. Okay, Deanne is stupidly suggesting that parents ask their infant children for consent to change their diapers.
What?
I repeat, Deanne is stupidly suggesting that parents ask their infant children for consent to change their diapers. I can't even make this kind of ignorance up. Let's go to the Today Show Australia for the report, please.
A sexuality expert claims parents must ask permission before changing their child's nappy. Deanne Carson believes consent must be given by the child before their dirty nappy is removed. Here she is on the ABC suggesting how to go about it.
I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Of course, the baby's not going to respond. Yes, Mum, that's awesome. I'd love to have my nappy changed. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters.
Ms. Carson has defended her comments, saying the idea around consent is about empowering children with their rights and protecting them from sexual abuse.
This sounds ridiculous.
Did you just hear? Is that the thing? Nappies changed?
This is stupid.
So what if the baby says no?
Then you can't change them.
Then they have to sit there.
The baby can't say no because it's an infant.
Look, whatever. Maybe she's an expert on caring for children. I don't really know.
Let the record show this woman, Deanne, looks like she has never got her club shot up.
But it's just, I'm a sexuality expert. You have a mop, pink hair, bowl cut, shaved Hitler on the sides. What? Sexuality expert? It's like a diversity program. They just make these things up to empower themselves. It's all made up.
She looks like she has 0 children, and she sounds like she has 0 children. I guarantee this woman has never changed a diaper before in her life because no one who has kids, who has watched a child and changed the diaper, would ever fix their mouth to say, you have to ask the baby for consent to change their diapers.
All right, the crew says I was too harsh on the sexuality expert, so I want to apologize. I'm sorry. You are, I'm sure, a sexuality expert, and I think you're right. If your infant baby shift in the diaper and doesn't give you consent to change the diaper, you should let your baby walk around with Schiff in the diaper.
And this is where the logic is so flawed. Listen to what she told Australia's 9 Network again. Listen.
I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Of course, the baby's not going to respond. Yes, Mum, that's awesome. I'd love to have my nappy changed. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters.
That's SHIF. That's a play on words that we have to explain now because we're a family show syndicated on all these networks, but no.
So body language and eye contact is consent now? You say you're teaching your child about consent and you're telling us as parents, hey, of course the baby's not going to respond. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters. Well, let me tell you why that logic is flawed, because what you're essentially saying is that body language and eye contact is what constitutes consent. Can I, as an adult, use body language and eye contact to justify consent when I'm with another adult? Huh? This is a slippery slope, Deanne. All right? Think about what you're saying. Does just apply to infants? Because as an adult, I know yes means yes, no means no, and not getting an answer means no as well. Consent is yes. Our clear-cut body language, like the young lady takes my clothes off.
Deanne Carson, the sexuality expert. I wasn't trying to bully her. I'm sure she's a nice person. It's just fun. It's just sexuality expert. Like, what does that even mean? And then she's telling you you have to get consent from your infant before you can change its diaper. No, how about the consent is they just took a massive SHIF and it needs changed. I think that that's enough consent. But Deanne Carson, the sexuality expert, says otherwise. So who am I? Who am I to say who is or who is not a sexuality expert and how you should or should not change your baby's diapers? Anyway, that's done. Let's just bury that in the past.
All you adults out there, don't follow Deanne's definition of consent. All right? Okay? Don't follow Deanne's definition of consent. Okay? Well, you ask somebody based on body language and eye contact. No. Okay? You make a move. No. All right? It sounds stupid for adults, and it damn sure sounds stupid to ask a child. Now, Mariah Mendez, a PhD and licensed psychotherapist, says babies really can't understand the concept of consent. Duh. She goes on to say consent requires being able to understand a cause and effect relationship that comes with cognitive development. And she says consent is even a little vague for children between the ages of 1 and 2. But by the time children are 2 years old, they can better process what they do and don't like when they say no. You can absolutely trust they mean it.
So the writers brought me this. This is an interesting angle. Now, that clip that I played of the pink-haired sexuality expert talking about consent from children to change their diapers has gone major viral. And they presented an angle to me about this that actually made the most sense, which I'm either like, it's either like you're losing your mind in all of this madness or this really is kind of sketchy. Okay, so this lady, Deanne Carson, claims to be a sexuality expert. Okay, well, what are her credentials? What does that mean? Well, we could look into her background, but regardless, okay, so this is a sexuality expert pushing the message that your baby has to give consent for a diaper change.
My response to that is so. Okay, my youngest daughter is 2 right now, and if I say to her, come on, let's go change your diaper, you know what she says to me most of the time? No. But guess what? She don't know any better.
You're going to jail.
So I'm supposed to let the urine and feces pile up simply because her cognitive development skills haven't fully developed yet? Deanne, there's only 3 things to discuss here, okay? And that's A, should you shut up? Oh, no. Yeah, A, should you shut up, okay? Or B, should you shut the F up? Or C, should you shut the F up forever, okay?
So is this setting a precedent now where you can essentially get consent from an infant? And now do you see the dangers that that could represent? I don't even want to go there. But there it is. So a sexual expert says that it's now time to get consent from your baby to change the diaper. Now you're creating a precedent where, oh, okay, an infant can give you consent? Somehow that seems ludicrous.
Please give Deanne Carson the sweet sounds and the Hamiltons, please.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the